This is my first speech here, so I'm a little bit nervous. And let me start with a joke about Russians. A Russian couple stayed in a hotel in Paris, and when they came in the bathroom, they saw a rope hanging from the ceiling. Firstly, the man pulled the rope, then his wife pulled it, and nothing happened. They did it a few times more, nothing happened again. In the evening, they went down to the reception and asked from the receptionist, why do we have a rope in our bathroom? The receptionist said, it's because of, for example, you become ill and you pull the rope and you can get help. But we did it a few times and nobody came, the man said. The answer was, we don't come to Russians on the first day. So Russians are very recognizable in other countries, but not in my case. So today I want to tell you about a few examples. I was born in the north of Russia on the Kola Peninsula in Murmansk region. It's not far from the Russian-Finnish border, as you know. I studied at school there, and in 11th grade, me and my classmates had a trip to Sweden, and it was my first trip abroad. We went to Sweden because our school had joint project with the Swedish school, and students in the Swedish school always began to speak with me in Swedish, and when I went somewhere in Sweden, people always began to speak with me in Swedish, and they were very surprised by the fact that I didn't speak their language. They really thought that I'm from Sweden. When I finished the school, I entered the university to study tourism and hospitality. On my second year of the university, I began to work in the travel agency, where I realized that starting to forget English without any practice. So I decided to get a second profession. It was translator in the field of professional communication. When I finished the university, I had 2 diplomas, I had enough experience in travel industry, so I started to work and still working in a big tour operators company. I began to travel a lot. It's business trips mostly, okay. Do you still remember the beginning of my speech? Yeah? That Russians are very recognizable. Okay. When I don't remember the country exactly now, but it was Greece or Spain. I just asked something from the staff of the hotel, and he asked me, where are you from? I said, I'm from Russia. And he said, no, it's impossible. I asked him why. He said, because Russians don't speak English. And he really thought that I was lying to him. He thought I'm from Finland or from Sweden. It was 4 or 5 years ago, and at that time, Russians really had this problem with communication with foreigners, so I could understand him. And I can give you one more example. When I was on Mallorca and went to the excursion, I came in the shop to buy something to drink, and I was with my colleague. The seller asked me in German, zusammen, it means together in English. By the way, I used to study German at the university as a second language after English. And what should I do? To explain here that I'm not from Germany, I'm Russian, I just decided to say here in German, ja, vielen Dank. That's all. And this happens to me in my every trip. People always tell me that I'm from Sweden or from Finland or from Poland or from Germany, but not from Russia. Maybe they don't know about this country, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't have relatives from other countries, but now I really began to think that maybe in one of my past lives I really lived in another European country. That's all. Thank you very much.